Well, good day, everyone, and welcome to the 12 Volt News. We're so excited to be here this morning, this glorious Friday morning. So much fun and excitement. But before we dig into the news, of course, always weather. Fernando.
Yes.
What is the weather like today?
The oven in the United States today is 84. 84. The high is going to be 91, 92. It's going to feel like 100. But yeah, the low is going to be 80. No rain. Maybe rain. Depends on how the Mother Nature feels.
I mean, I'm just in my head thinking as I'm doing what I asked you to do yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know how NBC, CBS, like the local affiliates, have passed you up for weather. I mean, that was maybe rain, could be rain, possibly rain, kind of hot.
Nobody knows.
No, nobody knows.
Maybe the tsunami comes all the way here.
That's a possibility.
You
know, it works its way around or down.
No, just across the whole entire
really?
state. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Man.
It's a tsunami, man. It has to go on top.
I mean, there's a big mountain range, a couple of them between here and there.
No, it would go on top.
It'll go right over the mountain range?
For sure.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, hey, the nice thing would be to put out all the wildfires.
Yeah.
That would
help.
That would help,
There you
right?
go.
Yeah. So tsunami puts out the wildfire. News at 11. Checking in from Springfield.
There you go.
58 and 77. Sounds like a wonderful low and high. I kind of like that. Oh, hola. Aloha. Hey. Hi. Miami Beach checking in. Yeah, 94.
Yeah,
Dude,
crazy.
It's
crazy.
So, this has definitely been one of the hottest weeks so far this summer. Good morning. 61 with a high of 82 in the Pacific Northwest. Ooh, that is definitely hot for up there. Oh, I'm going to sneeze.
No, you're not.
Oh, no, it was definitely going to be a sneeze. Vera, 58. I'm moving to Springfield, right? Yeah. I mean, Destin, where he's at, 103 today.
Wow.
Yeah. But Modesto,
63.
63 with a high of 95.
Wow.
Yeah. Like the swing there is
I stay in the 63. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have, the ARC Audio technical training room has got air conditioning now. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we won't die. That's a big plus.
I mean, you need to.
If Brian could get air at his shop or at least turn it on, that would be fantastic. Good morning. San Diego, 62 with a high of 76.
That would never happen.
Sunny and 77. Storm's coming. North Carolina.
It's crazy.
It's nice and cool, 90 degrees in the Valley of Sun. That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need rain. We get rain, but it happens so fast. I think it just it's almost like it doesn't. The ground soaks it up so fast. 81 in Houston, 90 with, yeah, I get it. Okay, moving on. Here we go. Oh, whoa, that was neat. 85 in Oregon. It's 58 now, which is great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Next year, vacation, Northwest.
Yeah.
Just screw this heat.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go to the Northwest. And even though it's still getting hard, look at what it is in up in Seattle. I mean, it's not. There's nowhere to go. There's no. In talking with Steve, Canada Steve this week. Who's in
Canada.
Canada. But I mean, he's parallel to us, so he's like in the Toronto area. And it's like it's just as hot there.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, your weather and our weather are the same right now. I'm like, screw that.
Yeah,
it totally sucks.
This
Good morning,
has probably
Sean.
been the hottest years. Because last year it wasn't that
last year was hot.
But it wasn't this.
Last year, oh yeah, it was. You gotta remember, last year they had they last year broke records on how many days it was over 100 degrees.
Fast check.
You can fact check whatever you want. I remember because Brian and I were arguing over it constantly. I'm like, dude,
yeah,
it's the hottest it's been. And yeah, it's just climate change is not a thing. It's not a thing. It's just what it is. Thank you for that. Okay, now we're talking.
All right, so the record that was in 2012 and 2016.
Yeah. What, for the hottest?
For the hottest.
No, it's the long. So it's not what is the hottest. It's how long is it hot for?
So, okay.
Time. So last year broke records for it being over 100 degrees.
2024. Yeah.
It was over 100 degrees the most consecutive days. Like, that's crazy. So, anyways, we're not into that. But in Ohio, home of Paul.
Oh, see, I like that.
Leader.
I think we should move to Ohio.
You go right ahead.
You don't want to move to Ohio?
You can work up there with Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go.
He would hire you.
It's a 5-star over there.
Oh yeah, you can work for Paramagit. That's true. You could go work for Paramagit. Yeah. It's not the size of the dog; it's the size of the fight in the dog. I'm pretty sure I can kick a Chihuahua halfway across the room, so it can fight all it wants, but it's still hitting that wall.
No, you can't. It moves so fast. Like,
no,
you didn't even see me coming. Boom.
EPA is doing a great job. I mean, they're doing what they're supposed to do. Remember?
Yeah.
Everything is fake. It's not real. None of it is real.
Joke.
Yeah, it's all joke. Anyways,
yes.
we got some news.
We got
some news.
We do.
Here we go. Modesto has had the coolest July in decades. We had something like 20 days in the 80s, which makes up for last year because last year you had like the hottest summer. So like I said, it goes up and down. You never know. But August is right around the corner, which means we might be having a different conversation in a month, Brad. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh, it's Fro.
Good morning, Fro. Good morning, buddy.
Yeah, I keep meaning to call him, but it's like when
you say that last year.
No, it's like, do I call him at 8 o'clock our time, so it's 5 o'clock his time? I don't know what his schedule's like. I just need to call him. Like when we leave here late, I'm like, I should call Fro. I was like, I don't know what he's doing right now. I saw lightning bolts over 500 miles long, the highest record.
Wow.
I mean, it was probably right down the street. Anyways, as I said, we got some news. But before we dig deep into what we like to call the news, we'd like to give a shout out to CE Outlook, the place where we steal all our news from. That's right. When they do a bad job, well, we'll do a better job because it's just how it is. We have a show to do too. But thankfully, they do a pretty good job. They do an amazing job. Anyways, if you'd like to know more about the stories we're about to tell you or read what they have to say about them, there's always links in the descriptions that will take you over there. And yeah, they're on point. Plus, there's also stories that we don't cover, because they're, not really news, so to speak. But anyways, if you'd like to jump ahead, click the links in the description. Of course, just follow anything over on CE Outlook. It'll make things so much easier for you. That way you can play along and see what stories we decided to go with. Such as, we talked about these guys before. Let's just do that. Shut that off. Do this. And we'll do this. And then Vinland launches Maestro-compatible radios. So our good friend Lance Doss is the guy who runs tech support for these guys. So, of course, when we were in Canada, they are distributed by the Canadian company that brings me out to Canada. And so Lance and I got to spend some time together because we were both in the same booth and take a look at the product. And of course, I've talked to iData about these guys a couple times because this is something new that, other than like the big 5 radio manufacturers, these guys have slid right in there and said, hey, you guys make this piece. I mean, we could obviously it's an Android-based radio. They could get a piece from anywhere over there, and in that part of the sector. And they're like, no, we're just going to go with iData because iData is established brand. People trust it. And let's be honest, the most troublesome thing about these style radios is that the interfaces suck.
Yep.
The air conditioning stops working and all these other things. So partnering up with iData to handle that is a pretty smart move, I have to say. Talking with iData about them, iData is like, dude, these guys, like when they change, like they are on top of stuff, like nobody's business. Like, it was funny. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, the Apple one that we were talking about, and part of the reason why Apple move, or most companies, not just Apple, this wasn't just about Apple, but companies move, is they go to get quotes and they'd submit them to American companies and Asian companies, and the Asian companies will get back to you tomorrow. Yo, what's up? See, there it is. The Asian companies get back to them the next day, and by the time they already had the order in place, things were happening. The American company would respond, and they're like, dude, that was like 2 weeks ago. We're already in production of this product, So it's just a different mindset
for sure
of some of these guys. But yeah, I'm anxious to see what this happens. I like this hybrid model. Everybody wants this form factor, and as we know, there's a couple different ways to get to it. So be interested to see. They still don't make one for my Mustang, so.
I mean, they make them for an F-150.
But I don't make one for my Mustang. Lance says he might have one for me, just hiding. But either way, I would love to try one out, just see what it does. Go to the other side. See, there you go. It's doing a lot of testing.
Fantastic.
And they got the right guy to do the job. So, anyways, this is one to definitely bookmark and keep an eye on, just to see how this all plays out. I'm curious. Is this like, if this works, or if people buy these and they have a fantastic experience? I mean, are other white box radios, as we call them, going to follow suit? Who knows?
Right now they have it for a Jeep, GMC, around Ford, Toyota, Honda, Subaru. So
Accord, that's Honda, the big one. It's just the Accord.
If you
that'd be interesting. Like I said, I didn't want to do that. It'd be interesting. I'm curious. We're going to keep an eye on this just because, and of course we know Lance, so that'll make things easy just to see how these things go. Moving on. PCA enclosures. Okay, so we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this, but first off, the guys at PCA enclosures. We met them at SEMA the first year they came out. Great guys, big fans of the show. And they had a dream, and they were like, we want to mass produce enclosures, high-end enclosures. So there's not like they're new to this. There's a couple companies out there that do this. And they had a bunch of their wares, so to speak. And we talked, and it was a great conversation. And they have ramped up their production. So now it's like big business for them, and they're doing really well. They're out of California. They make some amazing high production, high value enclosures. And it's always fun to talk to them. Like we saw them this past year a couple times. Great guys. Finally got my hat. So that's exciting for me. That's really when we know we've connected, is when someone finally gives me the hat, because it's like, I always ask, can I just get a hat? Anyways, this to me is like, almost like common sense, but no one has done it. So I'm pretty excited that finally somebody's done it. And with the caliber boxes they make, this kind of makes sense. So we all know who Catskins is. If you want to update your cloth seats to leather, or that came with leather you don't like and you want two-tone leather, Catskins is a fully customizable upgrade for our factory, so that you can get factory, actually better than factory feel look leather seating for your vehicle. They've teamed up with them so that, let's say you have an F-150 and you get a custom Catskins set of seat covers, or seat replacement covers. Let me say that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, man, I want my subwoofer box. You come to somebody like us who's like, or not, well, okay, not like us because we don't build boxes. But let's see, you go to have a box built and they're sitting there trying to match stuff because they don't have the Catskins leather. Well, now that's not a problem. You can actually reach out to these guys and they can match your Catskins. So they're Catskin certified. So you can order your Catskin seat covers and order a box to match.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is brilliant.
Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic idea. So if you're one of those people, now they still obviously will make anything you want, but if you're a Catskins customer and you're looking to get a subwoofer enclosure that matches your seats, now you can do that without having to be like one shade off or the grain is wrong or any other weird things like that. So yeah, there you go. Pretty cool. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I like it.
What is Mike talking about? Keep the hat in the bottom drawer. I'll be down getting another stack of hats. That's right. Remember we gave him the stack of hats when he was here? Yeah. We had a ton of them.
I had different hats if you want them. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I got a lot of hats. I gotta start doing that hat Sunday thing again. Okay, so for those of you that are in the motorcycle world, you may know that one of the biggest motorcycle rallies is happening right now. And I say that because it seems like it starts and it goes on for weeks and weeks and weeks. That is the Sturgis Bike Rally.
Yeah.
Is happening right now, or it's starting today,
It's starting today.
It starts today.
Mm-hmm.
And with that comes the announcement that Rockford has been teasing about their new 2025 lineup for motorcycle accessories. Now, this is one of those funny things where everyone gets all bent out of shape because they're like, oh, all they're doing is making motorcycle stuff. And the reality is no, as we talked about in the past, they're not making just motorcycle stuff. However, the biggest motorcycle show that they go to happens before the biggest car show that they go to, which is SEMA in November. So there again, kind of makes sense to bring the motorcycle stuff out first since they're spending a ton of money to be there. So the first of the new motorcycle Harley-Davidson one-of-a-kind products have just launched, which is their new amplifier system that has in the past, so just like cars, motorcycles need versions of Amp Pros. They speak fun languages like A to B and all this other digital crap that we have to deal with on our side now. This is one of the first, actually it is the first for motorcycle where the A to B adapter is built right into the amplifier so that if you have a new Harley Davidson, you can simply unplug the factory amplifier and plug their amplifier in, and it is designed to work. You don't have to flash the bike. You don't have to buy a secondary piece. You just plug it in and everything is all set and ready to go. Now, Harley Davidson does speak A to B. We have 4 release targets every year. Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
What's up, Dougie? Who has worked diligently on this particular thing, which I think is the next one. Anyways, so the nice thing is what we have here is a brand new product line, brand new, which we'll get to the part 2 of this, which is brand new speakers to go along with it.
Yep.
So they've redone the whole product line, which is fantastic. And right now is being showed at Sturgis where you can actually go ahead and buy the stuff, I think, and have it installed right there. So pretty exciting news for that. That just means we're getting closer to what we want, which is the 12-volt stuff that is right around the corner. So, yeah, there's that, which is pretty cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, dude.
I know, listen, I get it. Motorcycles had to go first because it just lined up that way. Last night when Hi-Fi and I were doing the show, someone like, oh, these guys haven't come out with new stuff in like 15 years. I'm like, they come out with new stuff all the time.
Oh, yeah.
The whole Prime launch was, pretty spectacular, and they've done really well with the Prime stuff. I mean, and there again, that's the line that they constantly revamp. I mean, it's on a different schedule than, Punch and Power. Power for sure is long in the tooth. They know that. But we also know that, we're getting all cool stuff here in a couple months.
Yeah, I touched it.
Yeah, well, we're getting some of the new cool stuff. Let me rephrase that because it's a long rollout process. There's going to be a couple couple releases, which makes sense, right? Because
Yeah.
trying to build, I would much rather have a manufacturer that's like, okay, here's what we have ready. You know, we're going to launch this. And then here's what we have ready now. You know, I mean, when you look at like Kicker and the release of the LX amplifier, like the K was gone, didn't even exist anymore. And we had nothing to replace it for years. Now, keep in mind, there was a pandemic that happened between then, which kind of screwed everything up.
Right.
So you get kind of a pass, but, you know, when it finally released, which was this year, which was still years after the pandemic, it is a pretty amazing product.
It is.
You know, so I'm fine with letting things take their time and come out right, which is what I believe, you know, with guys like Doug and the team working on this, we're going to get some pretty amazing stuff.
Yep.
And as Doug says, I like it when you come to town because I can complain to you. You're under NDA. You can't see shit. I'm like, I know. Go ahead. Tell me. Complain to me, Doug. Anyways, so if you're going to be out in Sturgis, make sure you head over to the big-ass Rockford tent and check out some of this new product. Maybe get some foreshadowing of what could be coming our way in the 12-volt world. Ooh, it's pretty exciting. The new amplifier, one of the cool features for the new amplifier is the fact that it does have an adjustable DSP that is controlled through the phone. So obviously you're not going to be bringing your laptop while you're cruising around on your Harley Davidson. So being able to easily get into it with your phone app that also controls like lighting and stuff like that is pretty spectacular. Now, it's not a full crazy 30 band, you know, big time DSP. It is a more scaled down usable DSP so that you can make quick adjustments on the fly when in the parking lot, not riding down the street on your motorcycle to help. You know, I want to tweak it just a little bit here and there. So definitely one of the coolest plug and play systems. Now, hopefully we'll start to see this trickle down through the rest of the world.
Yeah.
One thing to note, Harley is using A to B. That is not to be confused with the Ford A to B system or the new Chevy A to B system for that matter. They are not the same thing. So just because something says A to B does not mean that it will work. Just like I cannot listen to music over my mouse if I connect a speaker to it. I cannot plug an A to B Harley Davidson system into a Ford and expect it to work. It doesn't work like that. So make sure you keep that in mind when you get excited, when you see something like that. It doesn't work that way. If it did, that would be fantastic, but that's not how it goes. So, and you have the kits listed here. So we have,
this is the new speakers.
These are the new speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, Harley. Yeah. Fantastic. So sadly, this is a very slow news week. It's very slow news week. So there's no more news. That's it. It's done. You know, I know it's pretty crazy. Things happening in the 5-star world right now is absolutely nothing. Today we're going to finish up the Corvette that we talked about yesterday on Instagram. Yeah. Make sure to follow that for, you know, it's not a 911.
Yeah.
But it's the closest thing you're going to get to it. Okay. It was pretty messed up. So we're going through fixing all these little baubles and trinkets inside of this thing. So make sure to tune in. We'll show you how that wraps up later today. Outside of that, we got nothing. It's just regular day. I'm trying to get Mary Lou to come on Saturday's show.
Yeah.
Anyways, but that's all we got. So we're going to end it here. Let you guys get back to work. Get on with your Friday. We hope you have a fantastic weekend if we don't see you tomorrow. And if we do, we look forward to it. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on Monday. You guys have a fantastic weekend.
Bye, guys.
Fade to black.